Look at this. If you're taking notes, being careless is often the reason we experience devastation. Being careless. You see, there are two groups of people that the book of Proverbs highlights. It's the naive, or another way it's translated is simple. The simple person is someone that lacks the judgment, that lacks experience. They think things are different than they really are because they've never been through it. They don't know. You know, that's predominant to youth. It kind of comes hand in hand. You think you know better about life, but you haven't been very far. You don't understand. And you can think that hanging around certain people, doing certain things, going certain ways won't affect your life. And other people look at it and say, man, that's just so naive. But you know, we go into it, we're careless. We don't check it out. In fact, listen to me, that's why credit card companies send credit applications and opportunities to college students all across this country. Because being naive can cost you. Careless, but listen, there's a second group that it highlights, being a fool. Being foolish means that we know better. We've read the labels, we know the warnings, but we're just going to do it anyway because, you see, even though we know better, even though common sense should dictate, or maybe even a friend or two try to tell us, we think that we're the exception. That somehow, some way, we're going to, control the outcomes of life, and it's not going to be for us. That's foolish. And something that we all have in common, that every one of us could commiserate through, is that we've all done some pretty dumb stuff, haven't we? We've all done stuff we wish we could forget about. We've done some dumb stuff we wish that nobody else would ever find out about. And so often, many of the hits that we have taken in life have been self-inflicted. You know, we wish there was money we never spent. We wish there were credit cards we never took out. We wish there were contracts we never signed, cars we never bought, partnerships we never got involved in, dates we never went on, relationships we never should have got involved in, where we wish so many things, financial investments we wish we never made. We've all done some pretty dumb stuff. And if you're like me, you get to a point and you realize, and you say, how could I have ever been so foolish? How could I have been so stubborn, so stupid? What was I thinking? Why? Because most people don't go out to mess up their life. Most people, it's not a part of the plan. They never plan to mess up their life. They never plan for their life to fall apart. I mean, most people don't get married and look across the altar that day and say, I'm going to have an affair and so mess up this and destroy my marriage and cost me dearly. Most people don't hold a child that's newborn in their hands and say, oh, I'm going to make them so codependent on me that they can't survive without me, so that when I'm gone, they'll be an absolute failure. But they're so cute. We don't say, holding that child, I'm going to live so strict and so hard on them that they're going to need a lifetime of counseling to make them feel better about life. No, we don't look at it that way. No, nobody ever planned to be addicted to anything. But don't we have these things happen all the time? You see, nobody ever said, hey, I'm going to do this because I want to live addicted to this situation in life. No, but don't we spend millions and millions of dollars helping people become unaddicted? You see, the problem is, it's not that we plan to mess up our lives, but here's the key. It's that we don't plan not to.